Hey, as always, welcome to another episode of J&B Tuning. In today's episode, guys, we got 2007 Honda Odyssey here with us. We're going to be fixing the power steering, which is actually leaking right now. The high pressure hose has been leaking, and we're going to try and replace it here, guys, and we'll do a how-to video in the process. So hopefully it'll help you guys out. So anyways, guys, stay tuned. Well, folks, here's the tools and our parts that we need in the process of doing this. So basically here we got of course, our high pressure hose here, and at the same time we got our fluids. If we end up flushing the whole thing, then we'll probably just replace the put a brand new fluid in there. In the process here, guys, here's the bunch of tools we have. We got 14 pipe wrench here, and we also have this other pipe wrench that if we can't get at it using this pipe wrench, we'll be using this to get some more leverage underneath. We're gonna try and use the lift in the process, and just because it'll be a lot easier. The last time I've done this on the Honda Pilot, we did it on the floor, and that was pretty hard. So we'll see if we can get most of the job done underneath, and if not, we can also work from the top. So moving on to our tool, back in the tool again here. So we got our 17s. We got two open wrench 17s here, one long, one short one, to kind of counter hold, and then we got a impact wrench here, a 10 with a 10 socket on it, just to speed up the process going so. And we'll be pumping our fluid out of there, the reservoir, so that way less mess that to deal with in the process. So anyways, guys, oh, by the way, the dealer said that you need an O-ring, and it actually came with an O-ring, so we got an extra one here. But anyways, if you guys want to see the parts on the O-ring and also the actual hose itself, here they are. So these are all OEM parts here that we have. Anyways, stay tuned. Well, guys, on to our engine bay here. The first thing that we have to take off here is our, of course, engine cover here, to just give us some clearing here, so we'll be able to show you what we're doing. First of all, here's the leak right now. We basically just cover it up so that way it doesn't leak too much, but it's leaking right here, and it looks like this is always the failure point on these hoses. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna drain everything that we have on the reservoir, so that way again it'll be less mess in terms of leakage there when we pull everything out. We're gonna use one of my pump here to pump it out onto this cup here, and yeah, that's what we're gonna be doing. Well, guys, we're gonna work off from the top first, and first of all, with a 10 mil here, 10 mil bolts, we're gonna remove this out, and then making sure that nothing will drip out of there, and then we'll work our way down and loosen the actual connection in the bottom to drain any of the oil in the line in the process, and then we'll work our way down. We'll lift the car up after the fact. So anyways, I like to protect the here so from drippage. I have my impact here. Speed up the process here a little bit. So just get some more of this just in case. There we go. We got some dripping. A little bit like that for now, and then we'll lift the car up. I might be able to tackle that 10 over there before. Where's that? Can we even reach it? No, maybe not. Okay. Okay, we got the 10 over here. it's hard to see, guys, but basically there's a 10 mil right here holding this brace. There we go. There's the 10. I'll keep it here for now. Now we got that loose. So yeah, we're pretty much ready to lift the car up. So we're at the bottom of the car now, guys. As we have here, we lifted the car up. We are fortunate enough to have a lift to be able to work on this. It'd be a lot easier. My apologies. Most of you guys would be doing this on the floor, which I've done in so many years of me working on cars. So anyways, guys, the stuff that we'll be doing here is really the two clamps here holding the bushings. A 10 mil, and then if you guys notice, there's this the sensor here, and then there's another one that we took off at the top there, and then the actual fitting for the pipe is right here. So we'll be using the two types of wrench in the process there, but anyways, that's what we're going to be doing. As to show you guys the proportion of where everything is basically the two wheels, the two front wheels, and that's the front of the car. Sorry for the noise, guys, it's a bit noisy here. There's a truck just went by. So guys, the bolts here, just wanted to point out that the bolt for this the bushing here is basically at the bottom, the back here, so a little harder to get at, but this one here is just right on here, so it's a lot easier. Let's tackle the hard one first. Again, apologies for blocking a view. You got one. You got two. So a little freer now. Yeah, we'll just work on this guy right here. The other thing is we could have just left the bolts for now and work on this one first, so that way it stays put. But you know what? Let's try without. There we go, guys. Got the tab off here now. Alright guys, we're gonna try and use this first and see. And this is a lot harder to do with just a pipe wrench, but let's see what we can do here, guys. Again, sorry for blocking your view here. Let's see, I'll do my best to not block it. So yeah, it's a little tougher to use this. You don't have much leverage. So we have another tool here we can use to loosen things up here, and we're going to use our ratchet and extension to loosen this baby out. Maybe extension's too long. Let me see. Smaller extension would probably do better. There you go. This is going to be a bummer to crack because it's going to be super hard. Might have to use a cheater bar. Oh, I guess not.
it cracked pretty fast. Let me just pull this baby. At least we cracked it loose. So guys, we just have a rag or some a towel here, so that way the drip will capture most of the drip. Plus we do have our lift drain here that's going to help us capture a lot of the drips as well in the process. So now that we cracked it loose, we're just going to use a regular open wrench here, 14, and try to undo the whole pipe. This will be a gusher here, guys, to get everything out. It's going to be a slow process as well. Alright, it's all off, guys. So we just have to pull this whole cabling system here. There we go. There's one of our bracket came off. We'll let that drip for a little bit here, guys. Alright folks, we're ready to pretty much lower the car pretty soon here, so we can pull this up from the top. But what I like to do is I like to cover this and secure it and make sure that we don't get all the drips and mess up my floor in the process. So we're just gonna tape this up, but of course without wiping that. There's no way that our tape will adhere. And it might not even adhere actually, because right, it's too oily. But we'll just tighten it up pretty good, it doesn't come off while we're pulling it up. I like it clean, guys. Okay, let's feel more. Well, time to actually lower the car down now, so we could pull the hose from the top there. So. Alright guys, we're pulling this hose up from the top here, and we pretty much free up everything in the bottom there, so hopefully we don't have any snugging situation here. This is going to be a tricky one, but if not, we can always drop this whole thing down there so we can pull from the bottom too. But right now it's a little snug. Oh, there, we got it. Many ways you can skin the cat, I guess. Here we go. The beauty of capping this, no oil leaks. So here we go, there's our old one there. Hey guys, so we got our parts, or the actual hose here with us, and we're just swapping a few parts in the process here. First and foremost, it will be our sensor here that we need to swap out and put it into a new one. Also, we have few braces here, guys. One for the upper and both bottoms here. As this is situated in the bottom, one actually goes this way and the other one goes the other way, actually this way. And you will know by how the tab sits basically on the bottom there, so it doesn't move. There's also a tab here on the other one there, and that's how that's situated. So anyways guys, the first thing that we need to do is we gotta remove this sensor out. But let me see if I can get the brush. We're just gonna clean this baby out and get some of this. Then spray it with that way it's easier to remove. Just make sure you don't spray on the actual sensor itself. Don't damage it. So we got a crescent here. I'll tackle and see if I could crack it loose. And then we got a 17 here. If not, we can throw it in the vise as well. Well, we're not gonna need this anymore anyway, so what we'll do is, there we go. Alright, so here's our sensor that we're gonna be replacing into the new one. Just clean it up lightly here, guys. And there's an O-ring in there that's really important to make sure that you don't kink it or anything, because then we're getting it dirty there, because we need to swap it in there and make sure it's clean. Let's get some oil. I was going to lubricate a little bit more here. It's somewhat lubricated anyways to begin with, so but it's nice and clean. There's no dirt there, I would say. Let me just make sure that we don't have anything. And then we'll just place it into our, because that's critical, because sometimes you might get leaks after you actually put this back in place. The best way to do it sometimes is you could just get replacement, brand new sensor, and that's probably the best way, so that way it eliminates any leaks after you install the brand new hose. So, but anyways, we'll just we'll try this with the old sensor, and hopefully it doesn't leak on us. Nice and snug. Just be careful. Nothing crazy, just snug it nicely, guys. Should be good. And we're pretty much ready to install this back in place, so stay tuned. Alright guys, it's time to install this thing, drop it in at least. So you know what I like to do is I gotta make sure that we don't damage this or kink this, because that will be a problem if we kink this on the way. Let me just cover this up first. Just to protect it there when you're dropping it in. Alright, so same way it came out. And now guys, we're gonna lightly bolt this in, and we're not going to fasten everything in before we get every bolt in to give us a slack there. There is an o-ring here, guys, that we're going to be lubricating in the process, so beforehand I just gotta grab the bolts for this. Yeah, okay, so just inspect this thing. There's a bit of kink in here. I don't know why there was a kink in there, but there shouldn't be a problem at all. Must be from the last job that they had the kink over here. Here's our o-ring. It's nicely protected. My hands are clean. Just like to lubricate it before we put it in. Make sure that you keep it clean as well, so you don't want any dirt going in there. And we cover this up to begin with to make sure that nothing falls underneath there. Let's see if I can get this down more. Okay. So nice and straight. You don't want to kink anything in the process. Especially the o-ring, you want to make sure that it sits in there nicely. There. Got our bolts, nice and clean. Got our second one. So hand tight for now until we get the rest of the bolt going there. Might as well secure this other one here as well if I can actually get to it here. Again, apologies for my hand here, and I can't really see too much in the process, but should be straight down. Just gotta, yeah. The struggle is to get these two holes to line up on the brace, that is. Here we go. Again, hand tight, and then we'll lift the car up and work on the bottom there. Alright guys, time to install this baby in. I gotta just remove the tape first of all. I got my knife here. Again, just to, oops. Help me on undoing what I did here. Protect that nut there in the actual aluminum piping, so you don't want to kink it in any way, shape or form. So we'll do this by hand so we don't mistread it. Should go in. Again, I might block your view, guys, because I have to get it in. So, alright, I gotta block your view in the process. Alright, at least it's in now. Just gotta tighten up a little bit more. me go the other way. I find that putting my my tool all the way up here, guys, in my hand on this area here, I can actually get a better leverage on, you know, screw it or bolting it in, and I could actually go all the way even faster here. Plus I'm not blocking your view. Alright, time to put the braces in now. Again, the orientation on this one is going this way, and the other one is going to be this way, and due to the bolt is going to be right there at the top. So just make sure it's gonna sit in. I believe there should be a, yeah, yeah, we'll have to find the hole there, guys, but let's hand tight this one here first. Again, just get it in and then get the next one here. Okay, is there an actual hole? Yeah, there's a hole. Yeah, okay, gotcha. The beauty is, guys, as you can see, there's a notch here. As soon as you get that notch into the hole, then that's your gauge on, you know, the right location for the bolt. So now it's nicely sitting. It's sitting down, so you know that you're right on the hole, sitting flat, that is. And then you can just screw this baby in. Alright, guys, just a note here. The notch, make sure that there's two holes in there, so make sure the notch is actually setting on the left side hole, or else, you know, you think you have that notch on the right hole, but then you're actually the notch is actually right on the bolt hole, which is not going to help in the process. So in this case here, guys, I'm just trying to see if I can. There. All right, nice and tight. So we'll just snug everything here, and it should be all done from there. To put on the sensor. Can do it with one hand here, guys. So there, all in. You heard the click. So we'll just have to snug everything in, guys, and we should be all good from here. Everything's hand tight. And away we go. And then we're gonna bleed the system, and then we should be all good from there. Yep, nice and good. Got our 10 mil here, guys. Snug this baby in as well. Back up a little bit there because it's starting to turn on us. Okay, should be good enough. You don't want to. Oh, let me just. There. Nicely sitting. Let's go. Here. Nice. All done. Tighten the one on the top, and we should be all good. All right, guys, I got a brake clean here. I was gonna hit it with brake clean here because we don't want all the drips happening. So yeah, just to keep it clean. Try to not inhale all this fumes in the process. Ugh. Nasty. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're just gonna tighten this up now on the top. We got our brace in the back and the 2 bolts here in the front. So we have pretty much secured underneath, all the bolts underneath. So time to snug this baby in. Just one at a time. You don't want to snug one all the way. Just keep snugging one at a time, because you don't want to over tighten it, especially imbalance tightness between the 2 bolts. I didn't look up the torque spec on this, but to me the way it works is this is not holding anything heavy. My rule of thumb is I just basically snug it using my fist in the middle here. Instead of cranking it like this, I just hold on to the middle here and crank it as much as I can using that, and you can never go wrong with how tight it's going to be. So you don't damage the bushing or the what do you call this, the washer, the washer that we have underneath. That should be good. Get the one in the back. Oh, hi, how are you doing?
How are you?
I'm good, thanks. Nice and snug. Again, nothing is holding. This is just holding the actual pipe, sorry, the line here, pressure line, and you know, that 10 millimeter there. You don't have to go all crazy in cranking it. One more time here, guys, just for luck. Should be good. All right, guys, time to top up the fluid now. We're gonna just basically, you know, top it up all the way to the top, and then we'll just purge it in the process, and then we'll level it properly, making sure we get all the air out of the system. Hey guys, we're finally done the project here, guys, and we lifted it one more time, and just to make sure that everything is good underneath and no leaks. After we have prime the system. So I just want to show you guys exactly what we have here. Oops, let me get the lights here. So as you can see, it's nice. Let me shine up here so you can see. Oops, the leak is coming from the AC there, but as you can see there, no leaks and dry. Also, the most important part is our sensor. Since we're reusing the sensor, that everything is clean as well and no leaks there in the process. And up top as well, it's all secured now, so we're all good. So anyways, guys, thank you again for watching. As always, and you know, if you haven't done so, please do subscribe and press the like button, and also ring that bell so that way you guys can get notified for all the videos that I have going forward. Actually, guys, before we try pulling it from the top, we figured we'll just pull from the bottom here for now, so that way it saves us time from, you know, lifting the car up and lifting it down again. So we'll try to actually take it down from here first. I should be able to lift it through because we already pulled it. Take the bolts up there, but if it's yeah, it's held up somewhere, so I think we just gotta pull it from the top. Anyways, let's not use that video. Well, guys, we got our brake clean here. I like to keep things clean, so I'm gonna spray it with our brake clean. Hey, welcome to another episode of J&B Tuning. Hey, in today's episode, guys, we are going to be working on the, what is this car again? Odyssey, Honda Odyssey. What year? 2007. 2007, okay, one more time.